I not intentionally. Fucking London. Okay, yeah. Why don't you hit us with any ideas you've got?
Oh, you got holiday sickness.
Yeah.
That's nice. Did somebody else want to go first while I actually put some thought into this?
Nope. We can sit here and wait until you think.
Oh god.
Feel free to ask questions to me and to your other players.
I really want to play a wizard because I haven't yet, ever. So I'm gonna. That's kind of what I was gonna go for. And chances are, if I try and be
funny.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna be funny regardless.
Is anybody down for playing like a family team? Maybe like a brother sister, or brother.
I wouldn't mind, but I'd have to know a lot about the other person. Also, depends on what your definition of family is, because to me that's like they have a close bond, but they would also probably not get along so much sometimes.
I mean, you can be cousins.
Yeah. That's just because that's what family is to me, really. It's like they're the people who you don't necessarily like, but you have their back.
I was thinking like, yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, I was thinking maybe like a tight bond. Obviously, social issues, but maybe along the lines of their family was killed by undead or something like that.
Okay, sorry. Let me interject here. Little detail. You guys aren't gonna be from Barovia at all. Probably not even gonna be aware of its existence. We are starting on the Salt Coast in Faerun.
Shit.
I kind of was thinking of going barbarian.
Oh, good. That's normally me.
Any race that you were thinking about?
I
mean, I think we're talking about personalities first. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about. Alright, just go with personalities and shit just now.
Usually, when I think about, I tend to develop my personality like once I envision the race, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Costa on that, but let's go this new style. I'm gonna say.
I've played cleric before and enjoyed it, but maybe if you were down for going with that family round, and you're gonna do barbarian, then maybe
Well, barbarian, just as in like they get powerful.
I'm gonna go Pete.
Their anger. They could be. I was thinking of making like a person from like a normal city stuff, but it's just like when they get really angry and they see red, they get really, really dangerous in battle. Like that sort of thing, more than being from like a primal place, like growing up in the wilderness and stuff like that. I can do that as well, but I'm kind of aiming to be either. I have two ideas, basically. Either a sort of soft-spoken introvert guy with a temper issue. So, like, if push comes to shove, they'll snap and go into their rage to fight. Or somewhat of a cowardly guy who would be more of a fighter with a crossbow, kind of a salt of the earth person, but who has a kind of fear of getting like in a fight, like in battle. They tackle their issues from afar, and anything that gets close to them freaks them the hell out?
I have my personality. I'm stealing from pop culture, kinda. Well, from literary. I'm gonna go for a Sherlock Holmes because that kind of fits what I was thinking. So,
Oh,
yeah,
See.
a Holmes-like character. So that because if I'm going to be a wizard, I'm going to be of high intelligence. And so, and plus, I can do things like, oh hey, let's see what this does, and see what happens, and I don't have to sort of go through and explain my reasoning to everyone else because they're like, shit, well that's just what he does, okay?
so you're gonna be kind of a smart but strange guy. That's how I'm sorry if that's a bit weird.
If
That's how I go, Sherlock Holmes.
let's go with in terms of sort of if we would phrase it like an alignment, chaotic genius.
Ah,
Oh God.
so
Not
inquisitive.
chaotic asshole, but
Inquisitive gets lost
highly
in thought a
inquisitive,
lot.
very curious, super suspicious of everything.
I'm gonna just put this out there. Doesn't always think about what they're doing, but more about what they're learning.
That sounds a lot like me, so yes. Yes, so I am Sherlock Holmes the Wizard. Who wants to be my Watson for exposition purposes?
Are you the one who was looking for the sibling thing?
No, that was Costa.
No, I'm the British
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas, Damien? Are you gonna wait?
I thought you said Demu.
That
I
would
do
be-
talk to Demu a lot. Let's see.
I was sorry.
I mean, I'm usually kind of the straight arrow kind of character, like the straight man.
Mm-hmm. You
So
know,
I'm guessing that would actually go good with the Sherlock Holmes character.
That could bounce off.
You
pretty
could be my Watson.
Yeah.
Hey Costa, what were you thinking of for a character? Like, I don't mind being.
No, I was thinking like maybe somebody that maybe like older, a bit reserved, just kind of cherishes the sanctity of life.
Sounds like a monk
or a
Kind
druid.
of like
or a druid. Good
monastic
shout.
is not bad. Like I like the monastic thing. Like just kind of doesn't wash himself. Just eats.
Yeah. Try not to think too much about class, but just have a little faith.
Yeah.
I could see myself if I was your sibling having gone down a somewhat different path in life, being a bit more like brash and abrasive type character.
Yeah.
Someone who's like someone with a mouth on, a little bit of a cocky, like make a quip about someone's type attitude.
So position.
Basically, yeah, someone who's basically got somewhat of a chip on their shoulder as a bit of armor over whatever event happened that may have made. You were talking about our family being attacked by undead. It could be any sort of tragedy in the past, but they could have that sort of chip on their shoulder as a way of like guarding from that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like I would say, like maybe I found like kind of
You found the inner peace, and I kind of just decided to like turn that thing into more of an armor against everyone else. But
I
at
would
the
say
end
like
of it,
maybe I spent a lot of time in isolation and maybe with a monastic order, not necessarily I'm saying monk, but like some kind of spiritual religious order that tended to some kind of sphere of influence.
that could be. We could have been separated for a little bit of time and come together recently. one of those types of
Yeah.
that type of trope. I could definitely have seen my character being a bit of a punk afterwards. Maybe a bit of a street tough. Like they went and ran with the wrong crowd for a while in order to try and like find some solace, and it didn't really work out, so they broke away from that. That actually sounds pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, they pretty much just they in order to survive had to toughen up. And so you and I could end up in situations where we butt heads or don't. Either way.
Yeah.
As for race, despite the fact that we're probably going to tackle that last, it's kind of an open-ended thing, because I could just be an outlier of a normally more peaceful race, or a standard bearer of the more like tough and tumble type races. Like either way, no matter what race we go with, you or I will be the outlier.
Okay. What were you thinking, Danny? You said you were going.
Like I'm more of a straight edge kind of character. More like my characters usually like grounded, like using common sense, and then he'll like. And that's why I think it's a good match for like the Sherlock character. Just that interaction of like someone going out of the way to do something,
Yeah.
like just to go out of the way to do something crazy, and then me feel like we can't do that, you will die.
So you could be kind of like the state of the relationship.
Yeah.
The steady.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that actually sounds like it could be pretty cool. Now, the interesting thing I'm curious about, which I'd probably ask Crow about it, would we all have ended up in the same situation together?
That depends on Damien at this current moment in time. You say you normally play sort of down to earth and grounded characters. For this specific one, do you have any idea of a profession or a job?
Or job, let's see. Maybe like
Being on the Sword Coast, have you seen a map of the Sword Coast?
No, I had the book, but I never really read it.
No, that's fine. The Sword Coast is sort of a very, very long, straight road of pretty much just city after city. And most of the trade would be caravan trades of goods. It's mostly just transport. Like all of the commerce essentially comes from transport. There's very little stuff that's like homegrown, if that makes sense. Very few cities provide totally for themselves. There's not really enough spaces for villages to provide for the cities. So there's always caravans that run up and down the road. I can't remember the fucking name of it for the life of me. And a lot of people, especially people who end up with adventurer levels, you know, people who have read the Adventurer's Handbook and decided to be whatever, start off either living in a little village and sort of being very minor bounty hunters or caravan guards. But there's also the possibility of actually being a trader yourself. If you're looking for work inside cities, There's always, you know, there's plenty of thieves guilds around. There are plenty of magic colleges around. But there are also plenty of smithies, carpenters, that kind of thing. If you pick sort of a sort of more mundane profession like that, then I would only have to ask for a little bit of reasoning on how you came to be an adventurer, because everyone that has class levels has to have gained them from somewhere, you know. Peasants don't have class levels. Everyone with a class level is sort of a cut above the rest.
I'm thinking like I'm a part-time instructor at a maybe like a trade school for botany and biology, if that makes sense. Not biology, but like nature.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like seasonally, I enjoy to like trade nuts and spices and herbs and stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to say that I am a recently qualified apprentice from a wizard's college.
Recently qualified apprentice, as in you've came to be a wizard all on your own? Like, you're a wizard of yourself? Okay, question
Yes.
then. Do you belong to the college, or are you a hedge wizard?
I'll say, due to my, or due to some personality differences, I was sent off to go and do a thing. Sent off into the world to go and investigate interesting magic as a just get the fuck away from me. We don't want you here anymore. You're great, but
Whenever a wizard qualifies in this world, they are given the option to wander and act independently. And in that case, they're sort of, you know, sent off on their own, you know, spread your wings, you go be you. But there's also an offer at graduation for them to sign a contract and bind themselves to the will of the college that they graduate from. So, depending on what college it is, and what sort of they research and what their ethics are like, changes the minutiae of the contract. But at the end of the day, it's just a back and forth of the college gives you supplies, you give the college your research, and a portion of funds that you procure.
Okay, we'll go with that. And there's one in Waterdeep, right? Isn't there?
Yeah, there's one in every major city.
Right, so we'll say I'm from the one in Waterdeep, the name of which I can't actually remember. I will do a Google.
Don't worry about it. That's not important. Right now. It's not important right now.
It is to me.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was from the music or the whether from the Sherlock Holmes stuff, but my profession, I think I could go with the fisticuff, like
fisticuff,
old-time boxer, fighting in an arena for entertainment, and maybe doing a little extra unauthorized fighting on the side.
So you're a gauge fighter.
Yeah, an entertainer of sorts, sort of just
Gladiator.
give a show. Yeah, give a nice little show for people. Get a lot of my pent up aggression out on someone who's paid to be in this ring to get beat on. Have it as like a free therapy session every time there's a new challenge.
Oh, the Watchful Order. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple.
Yeah, I can give you a list of them if you want.
I have a list. It might be the same list.
It's probably that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of others, but that's the big one.
I could
Yeah,
also
if you're not
work-
evil, that's probably the one you're in.
I could also see myself out, like as a bodyguard on occasion.
Wait, what
Like if
happens in
there's just a
Roll20?
dry spell, or if the manager of the arena is like, you've been in too much, kind of not getting as much sales, take a break for like a couple months, and come back. That sort of thing, because I could see that being sort of the lifestyle of an entertainer. You can't just stay in the arena all year round.
So you're the Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially. Maybe a bit more heelish when I come out there.
Right.
Mm.
But overall, yeah, that might actually be a pretty good analogy.
Right.
Only instead of doing movies, I'm more doing actual like work.
Okay, but the Rock was always a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone should be able to see the PCs folder and be able to see all the sheets in it, but you can only edit one.
Okay.
Just find which one you can edit.
Oh wow,
Okay,
nice.
I found
I'm
mine.
the top one.
Neat.
It should be Corbin, Croza, Damien, Costa.
Nice.
Let's see. What about my background?
Oh,
Don't worry about actually filling in the sheet just now.
Yeah. Okay, like
So we'll start with Corbin.
Yep.
Actually, no. Continue talking just now. I find my fucking book.
Hey, Costa.
Yeah.
oh wait, are we starting at level 1?
Yes.
I think now since we're gonna be a family members, we can actually talk about like what race we're gonna be. What race and what our family name be.
I feel like a trader will be very what's the word? For my
Oh.
personality, makes sense of why I'm such a straight arrow. Because like I've been talking to people, I've seen crazy. I see like people
mean,
do
you could
crazy
be-
stuff.
It could be a guard, a former guard.
Yeah, Garter makes sense too. I was thinking about that too.
Or if you want to be super uber good, you could be a paladin.
Mm.
Is everything available? Just curious, real quick. The
Um,
colleges,
Oh, you could be a paladin for
The
core.
what, Costa,
Everything-
sorry?
the bard colleges available up to this point, are they the standard 2, lore and valor, or is there another one?
There is one in UA, so
No
only Bar of
UA.
Valor.
And there might be one in Solid Coast Adventures Guide, but I could be wrong
No,
on that.
No,
they're
there isn't.
they're
Is it
just
just
lore in
lore?
UA, just different
Okay.
names.
It's
Or
just
we
lore and
or-
valor.
Yeah, they're just different names.
So there's only...
Which kind of
There is a new one in UA, but I think that's.
Yeah. It's like
I think that's banned.
yeah. I'm not sure how
UA
overpowered it is.
UA's got 2 of them. 2 bard colleges. One is the College of Glamour, which is for your rock star type bards.
As far as race, are we talking about that now?
For you and me, just because
Yeah,
we're
just...
gonna be.
Yeah. Do people have an idea of the personality they're going for then? That's... Everyone sounds as if they've got it sort of fleshed out. I've not got notes for Damien right now, because straight shooter is pretty much that. So for Costa, I've got experienced loneliness, spent time away from family, kind of a tranquil guy, and having your profession as herbalist. Sound about right?
Yeah, herbalist. Also like
Just
Laurel,
fucking loud.
Laurel.
That's fine. I mean, these are just notes from me. I just want to make sure I'm sort of on the right track. For Corbin, I've got inquisitive, quick-witted but not wise, Sherlock Holmes-ish, and contracted wizard. For Croza, my description is you are the louder of the siblings. You've got a bit of a temper. You are loyal, and you are essentially a cage fighter.
Yeah.
Sounds like I need to see. I guess I would be a city guard. Yeah, city guard sounds about right.
Feel as if you'd just be a
Or-
bit of sight. Just a very.
Paladin
Are we
for that
talking just
guy.
a very
Or-
straightforward dude, Damien?
Or what?
Are we talking you're just very straightforward? Like you just get on with life, you do your work.
Yeah, it's kind of like a simple person, but he kind of can't help but help. He can't help but protect people. If that makes any sense. For a paladin.
Perfect.
Oh god. Mm, that sounds like more of the cage fighter. This god sounds good for the cage fighter.
What does?
The cord.
Huh. You know, if I do take him into a religious angle, yeah, Cord would be pretty good.
Yes. And Corda's like, just fucking kill shit. Go on, get in there, son.
Pretty much.
Awesome. Like
Let's
that.
go to the top of my list then. Costa.
Yeah.
Tell me about the most traumatic time in your character's past. What was it? When was it? And what lasting effect did it have on you? The thing that stung you the deepest, and it doesn't need to be, oh, I saw my parents die in a fireball of a car crash. It could just be, someone stole my lunch when I was younger. I never forgot. I don't trust people as much anymore, that kind of thing.
My
Is the music too loud for people, or is it alright?
No.
Sorry.
It's getting really atmospheric, and I'm liking it.
It's supposed to.
I was accused of a crime that I didn't commit by the mother of my once lover. Did this so that
Accused
she
by
could
who,
tear us
sorry?
apart. Accused by the mother of my once betrothed because the mother didn't want us to be together.
Okay. And what, like, actual effect at the time did that have? Did it tear you apart?
Yeah, it gave me a kind of a distrust for authority and what meant right and wrong, because I thought the world was pretty much black and white, right and wrong. And it made me realize that despite laws, that it's more of a suggestion than something that is code, I guess. All humans do.
I have a quote I would like you to put somewhere in your character sheet. That quote is, laws assume that people live by morals. Next. This one. Corbin, what about yourself?
Oh, sorry. What was the question? I'm super sorry.
A time in your past, the most traumatic memory that your character can remember. Or not remember.
Oh God.
Again, doesn't need to be fiery, death ball, car crash. I watched 7 children die in an orphanage fire, that kind of thing. It'd just be, I tripped over a stone and hurt my knee. Now I don't know, distrust street cleaners because that shouldn't have been there.
Oh, okay. Let's go with. Okay. Early days of my apprenticeship, I managed to give myself a pig's tail, and the rest of the students bullied the shit out of me for months. Let's go with that.
What lasting effect do you think that had on you?
Ooh. Fear of humiliation and
Ridicule.
ridicule. That's the word. Thank you.
Croza.
During the last match I ever had in the arena, I was up against an opponent who kept just knowing how to press the right buttons to get me enraged. I fought against them until the time ran out. Almost got him, but it was too late, and he, by all rights, won the match. He said one last thing to me that just set me off. So I slugged him right in the back of his head, and it left him he needed a healer in order to even wake up after that. And he's had problems with his vision ever since. And that was the last match I ever had. I not only broke the rules of the arena, but I ended up hurting someone severely out of my anger.
And what sort of effect does that have on you? Do you question throwing punches now, or?
I am afraid to ever fight ring again for what I might end up doing. I'm afraid about my own sort of anger towards others.
Okay.
Like the fact that I wasn't even thinking about anything else hurting this person because of an insult they threw at me.
I like that. Damien? As a city guard, I'm sure you see a lot, hear a lot, and have to take part in a lot. What was the worst of it all?
The worst of it all was I was on guard duty one night. There was this family of people trying to escape from some thugs and stuff. I led them into the guard room. It turns out that not only were there corrupt guards in there, but also members of that gang. For the people I thought protected, I just led them to their deaths.
And what did this do to you as a person?
It made my character feel like he's not good. He's not he has to protect people that he sees, and he's not good enough to save people's life.
Excellente. Where the fuck did Corbin go? I think his internet died. Oh, he's back.
No, I'm here. I'm back. It wasn't my internet, it was Discord.
That's fine. Okay, so back to the top of my list again. Costa. Over your sort of upbringing in life, what skills have you acquired? What kind of things have you become able to do? Have you practiced magic, or you? In fact, let me ask this question instead. What made you become an adventurer?
Starting outside.
Sort of made you take the final step.
I would say that traumatic event that just led me to live outside the confines of urban or rural society. Maybe the normal, I would say like just the apprehensive nature of how I feel about law and the rule of man, and also a desire to learn more about the world, the domain of nature, I guess.
Okay. Corbin? Oh, never mind. I've got you.
Yes, you do.
Forced into adventuring.
Wow. Mutual decision.
You don't think it was actually forced? It was a genuine mutual decision?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll go. Yeah, we'll go neutral. And I'm out here for the research, to provide further knowledge to the college.
Okay.
You know, typical wizard stuff.
I'd also like to add the sense of bringing back the information to other people. I feel like I'm kind of breaking them outside of the medieval matrix, so to speak.
Okay. How about you, Damien?
For me, it's that I can't trust the city guard anymore because of what happened that day. So I quit being a city guard and set out to protect people my own way by adventuring.
And Croza, I'm gonna guess it's after the ring fight, you just sort of wander. What do you do when you start wandering?
I'm running.
You're running, not wandering.
Yeah, I'm trying to just. I needed to get away from the city. People who knew me, people who recognized like me from my job.
Okay. And
I
how do
needed a
you
place where I could escape what I did.
how do you arc out a living then?
I've been taking odd jobs as using my talents for fighting, do mercenary bodyguard work, sometimes like joining on like trader ships. There's just as an extra higher on security.
Yeah.
I've kind of lived that way for a while until I heard that I'm guessing brother had a sort of project he was working on. I thought that going out into nature might be a way to clear my head.
Okay. Excellent. Then we'll come back to the top of the list. Okay, so the back and forth here should be between just pretty much me and you, Costa. And I urge everybody to not worry about what other people pick, and just sort of you do you. You sound pretty much like you want to be a bard, a druid, or a monk, Costa. Where do you think your talents lie? Do you think they lie in the sort of tranquil mastering of your own body and self? Do you think they lie in the more magical, nature-based, it's a colourful way to say it, control over nature itself and the protection and harmony that comes with it? Or do you think, like you've said yourself, sharing your experiences, do you think you go out and experience the world, absorb all of these experiences, and then relay them masterfully like a bard?
That bard, that's actually interesting with the bard thing. I didn't even really go on that, but yeah, like that's pretty cool. I think, yeah, I would say the mastering and being able to, like, mastering jack of all, like,
Wants to be a bard.
Yeah, bard. If that, to keep it simple. I don't know about druid. I think it might be too absolute for me.
Yeah.
Given this guy.
The path of a druid is kind of final. Like, once you're a druid, you're a druid. There's no transitioning out of that.
Well, I mean, you can multi-class ranger maybe.
Mechanically, yeah. I just mean, like, story-wise, that nature part of you never can really leave you.
No, that's why I said ranger, because it sort of fits. You can have a druid ranger multi-class and it would work dramatically.
Yeah.
Because I also myself kind of like maybe.
But you couldn't have like a. I mean, I suppose you could have druid paladin, maybe.
What are you saying, Costa?
Maybe like bar, because I do see the character maybe exchanging, say, goods and information that would be otherwise like taboo or illegal in a civilized world.
Yeah, because the way you describe it, I see you sort of going out and seeing the better and worst pieces of the world, and taking those back to, you know, small villages that you wander past and stuff, and, you know, damned be the consequences. This is what you are set out in the world to do, is to tell people this is how it actually is. The world isn't so cut and dry. There aren't rights and wrongs. There aren't do's and don'ts.
If I can,
like, maybe even exposing maybe like a village shaman that is like self-professed, you know, whatever, like god or something like that, and being like, oh, he's just somebody that can use blur and create food and water.
Yeah, I got you.
That's how it works. Check it out, guys.
Then I have a question. Do you think you would be a performer or just a storyteller? Do you think you bring these words with music, or do you think you bring them with just a charisma that draws people to listen to your words?
Yeah, definitely that. Not music. No.
Okay.
My maybe giving people things, like maybe giving them like some kind of herbal snuff, you know, that enhances my ability to tell a story.
No, that's reasonable. Corbin, you're pretty set, right? I'm gonna do my spiel anyway. Are you sure you're definitely a wizard? Are you sure there's not some draconic or wild aberrant blood coursing through you?
You want me to be a wild magic sorcerer, don't you?
I don't want you to be anything. I'm asking you.
Definitely not a wild magic sorcerer. That's
getting-
not my thing. It's going to be very controlled, but a little bit wild, but sort of organized chaos.
Let me propose another alternative. You say you want to go for this sort of Sherlock Holmesy investigator style thing.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes is very good at a lot of things, and you're making your character out to be kind of good at a lot of things, and you've shown that you're not afraid to have a little ineptitude as a player. Have your character be a little bit inept.
Oh, thanks.
Through your right, I mean, through the background thing, you know, the whole you've had a failure, and you as a player weren't scared to sort of point that out. Is magic the focus of your life, or is the sort of investigative gathering of knowledge more the focus?
It's the gathering of magical knowledge through magical means.
Through magical means, okay. I was gonna sort of throw out there into the wind an arcane trickster rogue, because they have like all the access to wizard magics that a wizard does to a more limited degree, but then you have all of the other sort of skill set that goes with it.
Yeah, that was something that had occurred to me as well, but I have played a total of 7 rogues.
That's totally reasonable.
I'm bored as fuck.
That's perfectly fine.
So, yes, I see where you're coming from. Yes, it's a good idea. I figured that myself and thought that's a really good fit. However,
I just don't want to do it. That's perfectly fine.
I just don't want to be a rogue again. I'm always the rogue.
What about you, Damien? I can think of only 2 classes that you could be, to be honest.
Yeah.
The way I see it, it's either ranger or fighter.
That could
Rangers.
work too.
A paladin
Granted.
could work too, but you don't seem like the sort of religious, zealous type at all.
True.
However, the sort of out there one of those two is ranger. Rangers, you know, they protect sort of everything, and that sort of desperation you've shown to want to protect people could, in theory, spill into protecting everything, protecting the land, protecting the animals in the land, protecting the laws of nature themselves, and sort of see you become a protector of all things rather than just the people themselves. It still comes with, you know, just about all the martial prowess of a fighter itself. You don't necessarily need to use bows per se. And
Ranger sounds fun, actually.
they
Never
come
been one
with
before.
a good skill set that sort of fits the city guard type of style of, you know, tracking, survival, ability to wear, you know, good armor but not the heavy armor. You know, you're not a trained knight, that kind of thing.
Can Rangers also be like very good trappers, and like they don't have to protect animals
Yeah.
per se, right? They can
Exactly.
Be, like animals for a living.
And if you are being, you know, if you end up wandering out and being a caravan guard, which sounds like fucking everybody ends up being at some point in their life, Rangers thematically have the whole I can smell danger coming thing as well. You know, I heard a leaf cracking 70 feet over that direction. It didn't crack quite right. There was a guy there, you know, that whole thing. Put my ear to the ground, taste the dirt.
Or the rain.
It's a hard one.
It's hard.
Should
Kind of curious.
I know
They're-
Corbin sort of has the problem where he's played too many rogues, so he sort of put that one off for mechanical and just straight up fun reasons. But I would encourage you to just pick whatever you think fits what you've built up for your character so far, and not worry too much about, you know, about how it plays. Everything tends to be fun, and if you're not having fun, if something doesn't seem quite right, if you feel weak or whatever, then this is not West April, so those things can be fixed.
I might go like a Beastmaster.
You have
Uh,
a K9.
Ranger? Yeah, I might go a Beastmaster Ranger. That sounds fun.
What kind of pet do you have as a Beastmaster? Oh wait, is Beastmaster... is it level 1 you pick a Conclave as a Ranger?
I think that's level 3.
Yeah, level 3.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so no pet yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this out there. You being a guard, you could have a dog.
You can definitely
Yeah.
have a dog.
Yeah, that'd be that sounds cool.
Okay.
Like a Belgian, what's it called now? Malinois. Strap it up to your backpack like the SWAT teams.
I keep thinking someone's shouting on me, and it's that little tiny scream in the background of this music, fucking throwing me right off. What about yourself, Cruzzer? I mean, the anger thing makes me think barbarian, obviously. But that seems a bit obvious. Fighter is definitely in there as well. Champion fighters, you know, the ones that go for the precise one big sort of final hit kind of thing.
Yeah. I could also I could also maybe go monk.
Oh yeah, you definitely
like
could go monk.
Like with the unarmed attacks as a like boxer type person.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind trying. This is where I always get a problem with is deciding which martial class I'm going to do. Because they both have their appeal. The monk has like a lot of dexterity and stuff that they can use, and they can also have the potential to tank for the party. But the barbarian is also a pretty fun class to play in general.
Yeah. Again, I encourage you not to worry too much about group archetypes, if that makes sense. That will happen naturally inside the game. Someone will end up being the tank, even if it's the dog at some point.
Mhm.
I mean, technically, I could just go melee ranger. Not sure why I would, but funny.
There's nothing wrong with melee rangers. They're actually pretty fucking good, in fact.
Mm,
Um,
they're acceptable.
Exactly.
I think I'll go barbarian
I'm gonna go with the barbarian.
and just play them more as a person deriving their power from their anger than as a noble person wilderness.
Cool. Are you playing the sort of dumb berserker barbarian, or are we just a normal guy with an anger problem, like Bruce Banner?
Normal guy with an anger problem.
Okay. Great. This went fucking fantastically. Oh, we're getting there. Okay, yeah, something a little more upbeat this time. Backgrounds.
Oh, reading my background.
There is a city guard background.
Yeah, I know I saw it in the coast. That's why I picked the City Watch.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Costa. What background fits you most? In fact, don't ignore the fits you most thematically thing. What background feature fits you most thematically? Don't worry about the actual background, the personality traits, and where it comes from, and all that shit that's attached to it. Just the feature itself. What feature do you think fits your character?
Feature?
Yeah, all backgrounds have an action. Like Outlanders can gather food. Hermits have a secret? Question mark. Is hermits right?
Yeah, hermits have like some kind of like big discovery.
Yeah. Heroes, folk heroes have the whole, poor people recognize me for who I am. Not necessarily recognize you, but recognize your demeanor and your stance, and will always shelter you and that kind of thing.
Wait, what was that you just said?
Folk hero. I was just giving an example of the feature. The feature for folk hero is it allows you to be given shelter by the common folk.
I'd say folk hero or maybe sage.
Folk hero or sage. The sage background, I will tell you that the feature isn't gonna play into the game very much. If you want to take it for purely RP reasons, then fucking hats off to you. Just be aware that there aren't gonna be... You're not gonna know any of the places you are. So you can't necessarily say, to research this thing, I could go to this library. Oh wait, that's not really here.
You're saying what's the thing with sage?
The sage's background feature itself allows you to research a topic or know where to research a topic.
I won't have that ability.
That won't really be a thing that's possible in this setting.
I'll go with folk hero. I guess on my way. I'm expanding minds.
Yeah,
Breaking
no,
them out of so
definitely fits the
natures.
character. Fuck's up next. Goblin.
Faction agent.
Faction agent. Boom. There you go.
It works.
It works. Damien.
City Watch.
Say watch. Croza.
It's a toss-up between entertainer and mercenary veteran. Entertainer because of that gladiator variant. Mercenary veteran because I feel like mercenary life, it can be applicable to my trade. Like knowing the different people who would fight in the circuits and where they came from, like what their deal is, Like
Yeah.
who's propping him up to do this fight.
I like
Plus, having left the arena life for more of a mercenary life, I could definitely see myself going with this one. I think I'll go with mercenary veteran.
that. Mercenary veteran. Excellent. Feel free to just fill these in on your sheets.
Okay.
I went with actually. Is this? Are we? Is Skag available?
Yeah, Skag's available.
And cloistered scholar.
Cloistered Skull is definitely something you do, yeah. You want that one, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Cloistered Skull. There we are. Well, now that that's all over and done with, the final part of character creation that isn't just picking items and spells. Personality
Race.
traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. I'm assuming everybody knows what race they want to be.
Yeah.
Me and Costa might need to work it out for
Yeah.
a second.
That tends to just come in on the mechanical side of things, so I'm not really too fussed about that.
Don't have to be blood to be brothers.
Oh
you
yeah, that's.
definitely don't.
I guess that is true.
Yeah, like I could be an elf. You could be a half elf.
That is true.
Not saying that you should be a half elf. I'm just saying like.
I know.
just saying.
Red text from the 5-point crawl document is allowed, by the way, so all of the extra feats.
Oh yeah, and you find the 5-point cross.
Okay, I'll relink it.
I do kind of like the idea of an elf barbarian. That is amusing.
It's great for memery. However,
There is no however.
I mean the however was implied. I wasn't going to add anything to it.
Yeah, okay.
I was just going to let everyone else fill in the blanks for themselves.
You seem the most sure of yourself, so I'll ask you first, Corbin. Personality trait. What do people see first about you? What is it that sticks out about you? What's the sort of tagline that follows
Arrogant.
your character? Is your trait, yeah?
Yeah, people are going to see me and think, wow, he's fucking arrogant.
Not more to do with your inquisitive or investigative nature?
Well, they'd have to get to know me a bit better to see that.
Okay, I'll rephrase the question then. Someone that's known you for more than a day.
Ooh. Ooh. Still gonna. Maybe nosy? I don't know. I'm gonna be.
Do you want me to take a crack at it? It's
Yeah,
mostly
please
going to be
do.
used for things that I interpret.
Yeah.
What's the word? I don't know why I capitalized all that. Curious, self-confident, and sharp. What ideal do you stick to? It's very easy to mix up an ideal and a bond. A bond is like an actual real-world action or thing that you want to pursue, or that pursues you. An ideal is more a sort of way of life sort of thing.
So it's.
Think of it this way. Followers of Ioun, their ideal is without any sort of variance between any of them. Their ideal would always be the sharing of knowledge.
That's kind of the direction I was going, wasn't it? Like without intending to. So.
There are plenty of gods of magic. If it's a god of magic you want to sort of have a
but
hand in.
But I've already sort of set in stone. I'm here for the the spreading and acquisition of knowledge.
Yeah,
I've come
knowledge
from
pertaining to
a
magic
college. I
using
work
magic, though. That could also be a follower of Mistra.
through very good shout. I do like. Wait, what's Mistra's alignment?
Probably lawful neutral. Mistra, lawful. There is no good or evil.
Okay.
Worshippers are bard, wizards, and seekers of arcane lore.
Yeah, just straight lawful. Let's have a look. Ioun. Of course, I know somebody who knows a lot about Ioun, and I'm talking to them.
Waves.
Goddess knowledge, skill of prophecy, sages. Yeah. Seek perception of your mind by bringing this perception of emotion and balance. Yeah. It's got to be Ioun. It's got to be. So it's going to be.
Would you say it's arcane knowledge or just knowledge in general?
Just knowledge in general. I'm thinking that pulled straight from a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Your bond. What's a goal, or what is something that's happened that chases you, good or bad?
The goal will be following along the Ioun and all that. Bring magical education to the masses, so that everybody, young or old, rich or poor, will have access to magic in some form or another. And if they are completely inept, at the very least, knowledge of magic.
And what is your biggest flaw?
Reckless.
Reckless to a fault. There we go. Anyone want to go next?
I just want to take a backdrop because I was just reading Close Third Scholar.
Mm-hmm.
The one feature is actually similar to the Sages, so I'm just wondering, is that permitted or not?
I mean, Sage is permitted, and so is anything. It's just wanting you to be aware that it might not come up.
Yeah.
What is the
How
Close
likely
Third
be
Scholar
able to
feature?
use it?
Yeah.
Talking about like having access to a library and lore and secrets and Candlekeep.
I mean, you're not gonna physically have access to like any of that shit.
All right. Okay, let me go back to folk here.
Let's see.
And where are we starting with that?
I was asking, does anyone want to go next with traits, bonds and flaws and stuff? No one? Okay, Costa, you're up.
Yeah. Okay, Costa. Okay.
What do people know you for? What is your personality? What would a friend say about you?
That I'm all about be like confident in speaking to people and like
Yeah.
yeah,
Charismatic and a fantastic storyteller.
in my own abilities and do what I can to instill confidence in others.
Okay. You're free to fill these in on your own. I just need to make sure you know what you're putting in them. What about your ideals? What's your sort of way of life? I think we've covered that already. What is a bond you have? What is a promise you've made to yourself or to someone else that you refuse to break?
I wish my childhood sweetheart had come with me to pursue my destiny. No, never mind. Wait, no, that kind of conflicts.
Kinda what, sorry?
No, never mind. Just scratch that. I'm going with a bond is to just disperse the information, no matter the friction that I would get from somebody who's a non-believer in what I'm saying.
Yeah, that look alright?
Yeah.
What about your flaw?
I have a difficult time in people, and I have a difficult time in people thinking that they know better than me. Does that conflict with the trait?
Nope. I'll let you fill in your ideal yourself.
That's perfect. Okay.
Who is this? Who is this person? City Watch. Damien.
Yep.
Personality trait. Who are you? Sum yourself up in a sentence. What would someone put on your gravestone?
I guess, someone protective, someone, what's the word? Jaded by life?
What about your ideal? What is your way of life? What is one way you live your life that you wish others would live theirs as well?
To treat everything the way you would treat your own family.
Excellent. That's a really good one. And your bond. What is something you've set out to do, or what is a promise you've made to yourself or to someone else that is completely unbreakable to you?
To protect any innocence I have seen.
And a flaw. What is your biggest issue? What gets you in the most trouble?
Too self-sacrificing, I guess you could say. Like, is willing to put his life for random innocent people. People he deems innocent.
Self-destructive. There we go.
Yes, that works.
And finally, Kanehurst.
Ah,
Ah.
personality trait. I think I'm good at putting on a face. Even if I'm terrified, I think I can stare down a hellhound without flinching. I think that's whether it's true bravery or just trying to look brave to others.
There you
I
go.
have enough ability to do it.
Cool. I stuck a little bit in the end there. 'Cause sounds cool. Your ideal.
Um, in life as in war, the stronger force wins. I think what makes someone strong is when they know when to not throw a punch.
Okay, so like reverse law of the jungle.
Yeah, it's the person who knows how to hold themselves back and then strike at the right moment who is the stronger. Strength is victory,
Okay.
so it's not all just brute force.
You could change that to in life as in war, the stronger force of will wins then.
Yeah, I like that.
What about your promise, your bond?
Um, I'll never forget the rushing defeat I suffered, or the person who dealt it. The fact that they managed to make me feel very smaller and weaker and lesser than I've ever felt before,
Mm-hmm.
without even doing more damage to me.
Excellent. And your biggest flaw? What cripples you? Specifically, what is it that cripples you? For you, I don't want to see, I'm headstrong, I've got a bad temper. What is it that makes you cower in fear? What is it that sort of breaks your personality trait?
Um, the monstrous enemy we faced in battle still leaves me quivering with fear, just in a more metaphorical sense. The the way I felt then, when it was just like literally nothing else was in my mind except for hurting this other person as badly as possible, regardless of rules, regardless of the situation, regardless of what type of injuries that might lead to. Just getting this person back and wiping the smile off their face was all that mattered. And the aftermath of that has been something I've never been able to live down, or live and barely manage to live with.
Excellent. Well, apart from one little issue, which will just be getting the party together, this is us essentially done with the character creation post now. Session 0.
I need to pick about 1 billion spells.
Yeah, that's not character creation. That's filling in your sheet. There's a difference.
True.
So, what do you guys think of that style on Session 0?
That was pretty interesting.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Good shit. It's nice, especially in a setting like this where, you know, it's the thinking man's game. It's nice to have everyone sort of challenge what they see as the norm of, this is the character I want to play, and bringing it to the table. Having everyone have a back and forth like that sort of makes you really think about the character themselves and not just what you're playing.
Yeah.
I got a question. I probably shouldn't even ask it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I'm digging the background, but
That's fine. I mean,
No.
it's just the feature is all that matters. It really doesn't matter what you pick as a background. The whole point of this was to make your own background from scratch. You just look through the book and look for the feature that you think mechanically fits you.
I meant like. So this is my question: if I go back to Cloistered Scholar, does all the like the traits, the ideal, the bonds, the flaws, they could stay the same, right?
Yeah, everything stays the same.
Like I like the fact that folk here, like the part about them hiding me from the law and etc. But with the scholar, it just seems like a good fit because I get like history and nature. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So, in the Sword Coast, is there any like illegal herbs that are like on the black market?
Lots.
Yeah. I mean, if you just wanna have like a weed substitute, you can fucking name it whatever the tits you want.
Cool. Sativa.
There's so many things I can pick. There's so many beasts that you can pick for
Yeah. For your beast mastery thing, this is something we're gonna have to get out of the way because you don't pick your actual beast mastery thing. You don't get a beast master's pet until later on.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna be using find familiar rules for your Dougie, minus the whole psychic part. So it can't attack. It can only really take the help action and move.
Huh. Maybe not a Beastmaster, that's it.
That's
no.
just until you gain level 3 beast master, which would be
Okay.
you and your Dougie having enough experience over the course of fighting together to be able to coordinate and actually, combat.
Sorry.
I mean, the only dog I see within the range is a wolf.
There's a mastiff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the
What
thing.
does animal handling use? Charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Wisdom.
Oh yeah, Mastiff. Okay, that works.
Do you not remember the mastiff memes, Damien? Was that you? Or maybe in Little Buddy.
Time for the hearth. And
Ah, right.
How does the stats work? You said it's standard.
Standard array, 15 to 8.
It's 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
Yeah. That's what I said.
So what about Smurf Nibblins?
Swift Niblin. If
Excuse
it's in the Skag, you can be a Swift Niblin if you want. But that's pretty fucking out there.
yeah. How would you be siblings?
Adopted? I was adopted. What are you thinking about, Crusoe?
I'm bouncing around
What
between
about that one halfling in Sword Coast?
the halfling, like on the cover with.
No, the ghost something halflings.
Ghostwise.
Let me look up what that is.
Craw.
Uh-huh.
How likely are we going to be sleeping rough, or are we going to be in inns and shit?
Can't tell you.
You can't tell me.
Nope.
Okay.
Plan for the worst.
I will plan for the worst.
I'll give you guys, can we say 30 minutes to fill in your sheets? Does that sound about right?
That's alright. So the hardest part for me is always picking my name.
Oh, just roll it. Actually, no, I've got a website for you. Hold on. There you go. It's in Roll20 chat.
Okay.
That's
See.
pretty cool.
It's really good.
Ghostwise halflings are actually pretty goddamn cool. I'll admit it. Is that what you're thinking of going with, Costa?
No, I was wondering what you thought about it.
I think it's definitely interesting. I like the whole warrior halfling aspect. Seems like it'd fit a ranger really well, especially with, yeah. But I could see it, maybe. I've done a halfling barbarian before that actually did work pretty well, but that was more as in a one shot. Could I was actually debating like Dragonborn.
What
Tabaxi is also a good thing.
for bard
for-
spells?
Wait, hang on. What class are you? You're a barb, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a barb. Costa's a
Bard.
Yeah, barb. He's a
Ooh.
bard. I'm a barb.
Okay.
They're
Ooh,
barb.
Okay.
And I was thinking of like, what would be a race that has like a decent charisma but some good combat scores? Like
Dex would be good instead
Yeah.
of strength.
I could
Half elf.
definitely do Tabaxi
Yeah.
or half elf. Well, that would depend on Craw. If Volo's.
I mean, honestly, your best.
You didn't
bet if
mention
you want-
Volo. You didn't mention Volo.
No, Volos
You
isn't.
did not mention
kosher.
Volo.
Okay.
I mean, you could always go variant human.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, if you want to be boring.
I know. If I want to just min max for feet.
I guess Snurf Nibblins are out of the question.
Were you thinking one of the smaller races, Costa?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't mind going like dwarf or something like that. But you can be a
Craw.
Hmm.
It's the book says I get a quarterstaff and a spell focus.
Yes.
Could they be the same thing?
Yeah.
Jolly good. Sorry, could I have like
Check out dwarves.
Saruman sort of ball on the top?
Sure.
Does dwarf sound like something you'd like to go with, Costa, or
Yeah. What do you think about like? You want to go with sub race or just dwarf?
You have to
I mean,
pick
you have
subbers.
I'd go with
Nil.
Hill. I think it is.
What stat do most bard spells fall under? Aside from
Charisma.
charisma?
They're
Always
charisma.
charisma.
I thought he had some. I thought they have some wisdom.
Nope. Charisma
No.
is your best. Charisma is your best friend.
Yep.
Trust me, I play a lot of bards.
Bards get stupid when they get high charisma, because you get expertise as well. Page 18.
Yeah, I don't think any races give charisma.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, they
Dragonborn
do.
actually give a +1 charisma, +2 strength.
Tieflings give charisma.
Also,
Yeah.
look at page.
Oh!
Look at page 18.
Do you want to
of
go
the PHP.
tiefling?
Tiefling is a good shout, considering everything here is going to be evil as fuck.
I could go with tiefling, but then you have to pick like horns or some shit, right?
Yeah.
You have
well,
to have. Well,
you
you
have
could
to look like
no.
a devil man, sort of. But
You have to look like a tiefling. kind of the
I
deal.
like the I like that the ghost halfling thing. Like you're not I mean, that's a big hit, I think, for you, right? It minuses some stuff.
It adds
Uh,
it adds a wisdom, and it gives me telepathy.
Let's go with something more fun.
Also, if you go dwarf, you're probably going to want to go mountain dwarf because you get a +2 to strength for the barb. Which
I know. The thing is, I wanted this to be like a collaborative thing,
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
like something
So
you
maybe
and
your
I can
mother, maybe our mother was a hill dwarf and a mountain dwarf, and you can go mountain, I can go hill.
if you
Possible
don't
plan?
mind. I'm also
I mean,
not opposed to the elf idea because I can just have the half elf thing be like the two boosting stats go to like Dex
think-
and Strength.
doesn't it have to be 2 different ones?
For
I'm
for
sorry.
variant human, it has to be 2 different stats. Yeah.
No, for half elf.
No, it can be the same one. Just put +1 into stats.
Right.
Half
I mean-
elf is broken.
Just gonna-
Gnome is. Ooh, actually. Ooh, hello.
I'm good with half elf.
You're going with half elf?
Shit. Do I want to be an elf anymore? Shit.
I might go for half elf as well then, or possibly full elf for the hilarity of it.
I might be a gnome.
If you're looking for one of you to be an outcast, then hey, half elf's a good way to do it.
No, wait. Crow, did you say that he can take... No, he needs to take the 1 and 2 different ability
Not
scores.
from half elf, you don't.
Not from half
It's
elf.
worded differently
It
to
says-
variant human.
And 2 other ability scores
Yeah,
of your choice
other
increased by
than
1.
charisma.
That's one way to interpret it. Okay.
Oh,
So
how the
it's your
DM
choice.
interprets
Your
it
call.
is
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it is
It's your call.
interpreted.
It's your call.
Shit. Do I want to be a gnome?
Let's
I'm
go
always
with
a fan of subverting expectation stuff, so it's like
Why, half elves are like none-worthy.
they're
out
not
there?
well liked by elves, and people kind of, from what I understand of it, people tolerate half elves, but that
Yeah.
doesn't really mean they like half elves.
Yeah.
It's like it's
think
it's
that-
hard to like the guy who naturally looks beautiful and will probably outlive you 2 or 3 generations.
And matures as fast as a human.
Yeah,
I love it, dude. Let's be that. We can be pompous.
half elves. Well, you're
No.
pompous. I'm the entertainer.
Can we
I
be
just
like,
play up the I'm gonna outlive all of you hype.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. This fits into the whole like Neo ego.
Yep, half elf it is. I think I saw a variant half elf in Skag. Ah,
My brain will explode.
I might go a halfling.
I was
Somebody
thinking
do
about
Snurf
switching to gnome.
Snurf nibbling. Corbin?
Snurf.
That's all allowed.
No?
Ah,
Deep
because
gnome.
gnomes get +2 int. And so I'd start off with 17 int.
Yeah. Halfling gets +2 dex, so I start off with 17 dex.
Yeah, I mean, I've got +1 int as an elf, and the high elf really fits my character. I'd have to change the character to be a gnome, so.
Yeah, wait. Would a halfling... The halfling guard would work. And a halfling... Yeah.
Halflings are often cheeky.
Yeah, but most of them are lawful good, so...
Yeah, and the good thing about halflings, is that there aren't outcasts anywhere, and they are just universally welcomed.
Yeah. I'll go with a halfling. Makes sense for my
Yeah.
character.
Which is okay? I'm down between int and wisdom. I don't need that at all, really, for
Take wisdom. It's just. Wait, what are you again? You're a bard. Int. Because you are still. You still have arcane skills. And so if you want to add something. Wait, Craw, if you want to add a spell. Like to learn a spell.
Mm-hmm.
You use the Arcana skill, not your spellcasting ability, correct?
To learn a spell?
Yeah.
Or counter spell?
To learn one. Like, oh, I found this scroll. I'm gonna learn the spell.
Only wizards can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought bards could do it too.
No, bards have full access to their spell. They work like sorcerers, so they pick what spells they have when they level up. From their entire list. There is no attaining new spells as a bard.
Oh, okay.
You just learn them as you level
Wait,
up.
so could I, in theory, could I not, in theory, teach him one of the spells that I know, like a cantrip?
No.
Even if it was a ritual spell?
Yep. Even if and without the ritual caster feat. If he has ritual caster, then you get the
Bards do. Bards do have ritual
No,
casting.
the feat itself allows you to make a book and copy it and use it like a wizard's book so you can learn spells.
Right. Okay. But I can learn his spells. Spit it out, man.
I got a funny idea. Costa be a half elf, and I can be a half orc.
Oh God!
That's genius.
That is genius.
Although half orc bard.
No, the bard is the half elf.
No, I know, but still, like if you were both half orc.
Oh God, no.
I like this contrast way better.
That is actually great. Although you're both fucking outcasts and nobody.
We're
likes
both
you.
freaks.
Yeah.
We're both absolute freaks.
Our mother was
Although-
wild. Our mother was wild back in her younger years.
Who says it was your mother?
That's a good point.
She was the elf, right?
No.
Your mother was the elf. His mother was an orc. Oh, does that mean you could get? Could you get half elf, half orc?
That's a expansion for another date.
It's an orf, or olf. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure if I Googled sufficiently, I'd find a half orc.
It
half
has.
orc.
It has.
Mhm.
Someone sent a link. I don't know. I don't remember when and where and why, but someone sent a link. It's a thing. Orvin,
Yeah.
you get that right.
I figured it would be a thing.
What are we talking
Yeah.
about? Half orcs and other races?
No. Half elf, half orc.
It will always be just a half orc. There is no sort of mixed breeds. They always turn out to be just the half orc. And it's not even always. It's like a 50% chance when an orc breeds with any race for it to take on like full orcish features, but only be a half orc.
I think it's human, elves, and dwarves.
Out of curiosity, are we rolling stats or point buy?
No.
Oh no, standard array.
Standard array.
Standard array, 27 points.
No, standard as in 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. No variations.
Oh, okay. Let me just get that.
I put it in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's fine.
I guess I'm going using 10 in the intelligence.
Up to you,
It's
dude.
entirely up to you, my man.
Remember, something else you can also do is you can put your low stat in a place where you're going to get a natural stat modifier to bring it up to like a neutral point.
So like the 13, you can put it somewhere, and then if you take a feat later that gives you a point in that stat, bumps it up, makes it an even. Or as a half elf. It's +2 charisma, +1 to 2 stats. So you can bump your 2 odd stats to 2 even stats if you want as well. So you can go up to 16, 14, 14. Or an 18, 14, 14 as well. Oh no, you can't put that in
I
there.
mean, I have 16, 14, 14, 13, 10, 8.
No, 18's impossible.
Yeah, 18 is impossible.
Until level 4.
To level 4.
Although it doesn't make sense to raise strength to 13 because you don't get the bonus buff. You get the
Leather or
bonus.
scale mail?
Do you get both?
Gets the choice.
Yeah, I they're both in my starting equipment. So
Oh, right.
Hmm.
Ooh. I can't tell your voice from the other one yet. Right.
Don't worry.
Damien, say the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Please don't.
Cross and Atia, I had to listen to the DM.
Get fucked.
Okay, now, Cruiser, say something.
Hello.
Oh god, this is gonna be hard.
Should I talk like this now?
Oh god, please don't. That's awful.
That could be a good idea.
My character is going to talk like this.
Oh god.
Oh gods, no.
I think Damien has a slightly nasally voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Typical nerd. Okay.
I mean,
I need another cantrip.
I'm a class of 16
Whoa,
or
that
armor
was it.
class of 14. I think I'm taking the scale mail.
Ooh. Conjuration. Concentration.
I have a question for you guys, just as a general opinion. Is it wisdom or intelligence that would dictate like battle strategy in the heat of a moment?
Intelligence.
Definitely
Okay.
intelligence.
Intelligence is tactics.
And wisdom is more like
Instinct.
yeah. That actually works out pretty well.
Invocation.
13 more minutes, guys. You don't need to rush to get it finished. It's not gonna
I
be.
have like another billion spells to give myself.
Do we start with the starting gold or?
Starting equipment.
Instantaneous.
You get
What
gold from
level
your
are they?
background. 1.
But that's not that many spells, man.
It's
I know.
a lot of spells. It's 6 spells and 3 cantrips, 4 cantrips.
Wait,
6
for me?
spells?
He's a wizard, yeah.
Oh, to write down in the book, right?
Yeah.
The compendium is
getting
fucking
weathered
sick
down.
on the new sheet, by the way, Corbin.
Oh really?
Yeah, you should use the compendium if you haven't been.
Well, I haven't been because some of the stuff that I have been using isn't on there.
I'm debating
like
between
what?
having
Create bonfire isn't in there.
That's elemental evil spell, so that's not even a thing that you can use.
But it's in 5-point crawl.
Create bonfire? Yeah, it's a patch note for it. It's an elemental evil spell. Only PHB and Skag.
Well, that means that at least the roll 20 will be really good for putting in spells.
Yep.
Right, so I get 4
Croza,
cantrips.
you're the barb. You need to have high constitution.
It doesn't.
I know. It's like trying to find a
Wizard.
nice balance.
112.
Engineering's pack or explore? Probably the explorer's pack.
Wait, why do I get 6 spells?
Because your
Okay.
talent. It's one and then off your intelligence modifier. No, wait.
No. Is it? Shit. I get 3 cantrips. I get 2 spell slots. Where does it say
It's
spells known? I've literally never played one before.
you
So-
should have 4, not 6.
What?
You can have 4 first level ones prepared at a time. I
Yeah, it means known.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, spells known.
Is that it? Let's see. Oh, I get 20 arrows.
For musical instruments, right? Tools.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to change that out for something else, bro?
What is that?
Get 3 musical
Ah,
instruments.
6 first level spells of your choice.
As a bard, you get proficiency in 3. Or is it equipment for your background?
No, it's from my bard, starting proficiency, 3 musical instruments of your choice. May I choose it for like? Can I switch it out for something like one other tool, like a tool?
I'll love it. Just the one though.
Okay. Yeah, just one. 3 for 1.
You know you need a musical instrument to bard, right?
That's how you cast spells.
Alright, how about a whistle?
That's fine.
A flute
A
or a
cowbell?
recorder.
But wait, that's how I don't. How do you? Well, never mind. I don't want to ask stupid questions.
No, ask. There's no such thing.
Well, like if I'm casting a spell with a thing that means with a musical instrument, that means I'm not holding like a weapon, right?
You can hold
Oh,
your
you're a bard.
focus in one hand and a weapon in the other if you want. For the purpose of
Nice,
casting
your favorite
spells,
dude.
for the purpose of casting spells, the hand that's holding your spell casting focus is considered empty.
I'm definitely having magic missile. Probably shield.
See, what's your favorite enemy be?
Are you using the by the book ranger or the ranger revised UA?
It's broke as shit.
Oh, I forgot the UA ranger, huh?
Well, you were a cop, right? Essentially.
Basically.
I'd imagine humans would be that.
True. Yes, that's fair. Also, I forgot, what does the UA ranger provide?
Fixes the ranger. You should use it especially if you're being a beastmaster.
Yeah.
Beastmaster's kind of in the like. I always say that the old ranger, their beastmaster was more like the beast abuser. Because the mechanic as it was that you kind of just get an animal and then get it to die, and then pick a new animal.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like, I read it like, what the?
It's like that's really awful.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, humanoid makes sense. I'll pick humanoid. So what did they fix?
They make your beast scale with you. Rather
Oh,
than
okay.
just be a fucking CR half creature the whole time.
Oh, CR fourth.
Cool, then.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of bad.
Witch's Bolt is a good spell, right?
It's pretty good.
Hmm.
What is?
Witch Bolt. So D12.
Was an attack roll.
Yeah.
Well, it's only an
I
attack
mean-
roll on the first one. That's decent.
It's no guiding bolt, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Better if you can twin it.
Yeah, there is a feat.
There's a feat that lets you take a meta magic feat, but you need to be level 3.
Yeah.
At least level 3. I suppose you don't get a feat until level 4 anyway.
And I'm having it. What is it? Imbued blood.
You never gain more sorcery points, remember?
I know, but it's I gain them back.
Yeah, you do recover them.
Where is that from? Is that from one of your house ruled
Yeah.
things, or is it? Oh, okay.
What is a land vehicle's proficiency? Scale with?
Carriages and shit. What does it scale with? It completely depends on the situation in which I call for the roll.
Okay, well then I'll just change it per needed.
Yeah, this is way better for like the animal. Yeah, this is way better.
I think I got a nice character going on here. Kind of liking this.
Yeah, I already got all my what's the word? Equipment. See if my feet and my retreat.
Silent image is not a bad thing. Okay, I have all 10 spells.
Nice.
Nice.
Little 5 minutes, guys, and then we'll get on to the next bit.
Okay.
Again, you don't need to have your character sheet completed. It's not a big deal.
I really like D&D and Beyond because it really just helps you copy and paste everything to your character sheets.
You can do that, kind of. With
Just
the
use a
Rogue
compendium, because all the same shit is in there.
Not race stuff.
A
At least not for halfling. I saw.
lot of it's in there.
Maybe.
The compendium doesn't have all of the races, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I dragged halfling on there. Didn't do anything.
Shit. The fuck?
Yeah, so I'm just copy and pasting them from the D&D and Beyond.
Okay, roll 20's broke.
Why?
I tried to drag and drop, and it left the thing
Just-
sort of floating in space.
Just refresh it.
I have done. currently reticulating splines. Okay, that worked. Silent image, mage armor, and witch bolt.
Okay. So that, and I also get I'll put favorite enemies humans.
I think you have to do favorite enemy humanoid,
Yeah, it's humanoid.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then
humanoid.
you get to choose.
There's
two?
no and then. No in the new one. It's just humanoids.
Oh,
All
right.
humanoids are my favorite enemy.
Oh wow, that's
Yep.
busted. I like it.
Oh, sorry, I was AFK for a minute.
Oh, witch bolt isn't in here.
What?
Witch bow?
What? Yeah, it's not in there.
Wow, it's not.
Hey,
It's
Wow.
in the compendium.
Am I allowed to take Abyssal and Celestial?
Okay, what languages you want?
Do as you please. Concentration. 1 minute.
Primordial is pretty much just like elements, right?
It says so next to it.
Primordial is the elemental speech here. It's the common tongue of all elementals. And then it's broken up into subcategories for specifics.
I don't have to care about components, do I?
Not when you're using a focus.
Well, apart from obviously things that
Cost
have a
gold.
value.
If it has a gold value, you need to worry about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna hand wave that kind of thing. Like you're gonna have to find the component or buy it,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Just like the
You-
Pearl
wait.
and West April.
Just like
Hang
the
on.
pearl and
Are you
West
gonna
Aprils.
let us just say, okay, this has a thing? I just mark off that amount of gold, or do we have
No.
to actually find the thing?
You have to get the material.
Yeah, just like I had to get the Pearl
Jesus.
from West Marcher Sakura. Remember that Pearl fight? Remember that identifier Pearl?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That I spent forever finding when I finally got it.
And then passed it around like a cheap whore.
No, I got two and passed the second one around.
Okay.
Component pouches. Pretty cool.
Witch bolt and sleep, because sleep is busted as fuck.
That's your early game.
Yep. Okay, and I get to prepare.
4, I think. It's 1 plus your intelligence modifier. Because
Yep.
you're level 1.
Do we get to use starting equipment? Or do we buy things?
Yeah, you're starting to equipment.
Okay.
Oh shit! Why is it? Don't cast the damn spell.
What's that?
No, never mind. Don't worry.
It populates all your core page with all the attack stuff from the spells as well, by the way.
What is it? Oh, belter. Um.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Why?
Just have this thing that happens once in a while.
Right, you just fucked.
Don't worry, he's just having another heart attack. It's fine. Are we using spell slots or spell points?
Yeah?
Spell slots or spell points?
Spell slots. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, do we need to put in the equipment item stuff right now?
Nah, it's not too big of a deal right now.
What did you say?
It's not too big of a deal right now. And all of that shit's
Okay.
draggable from the compendium as well. You just drag it anywhere on your sheet and it'll populate everything itself. The new sheet's fucking amazing.
I need to like stay in a comfortable position. I feel like I'm gonna get sick. It's like hard for me to. Anyway, I can fill the stuff in later though.
I think I am done.
I think we were gonna have a little bit of play.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed we are.
Yeah, but I think my character's done. Let's see,
I'm
long.
almost done.
Yeah, my character's done. Oh no, I need to copy and paste this. Ugh. What is the
Ooh, I need
surrounding
to-
of? What is the terrain of
You
or
don't
would I
know.
not know?
Just don't
Okay.
know.
I'm gonna go with mountains for natural explorer
Oh, fuck.
because why not? Or is that something else they changed?
Do you?
Oh wait. No, actually, no. I don't have to pick anything because they fix it.
Oh yeah, you've just got Natural Explorer now, yeah.
Thank God.
Please don't have a white background. God damn it.
What is it?
Nothing. It's a token.
I
Oh,
need to
I-
get
yeah.
token.
Don't stress about it just now. Let's move on to the next bit. You guys good?
Are we having round? Just very quickly, do we want round tokens or top-down tokens?
Round. Coins.
I'm not prepared, but I think I can go with it. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're fine. Like I said, it's not. Don't worry about it. Everyone should turn the lights off for this. Oh, it's fucking like daytime for you guys though. It's kinda...
Oh, that was the sound of me standing up. I'm fat.
Oh wait. My dinner was
Oh,
probably
no,
ready
what?
like an hour and a half ago. I'll be right back. Sorry. Red chicken. Gonna be fucking ash.
I mean, I would turn off the lights if it was in daytime where I live.
Do we get to roll our goals?
You said starting
What
equipment
does it
background.
say?
Starting background.
Yeah, what does it say in your thingy?
Yeah, you use your starting equipment.
Yeah, starting equipment and background. Should I be a dual wield? Nah.
It depends. How hard do you like being hit?
And
I'm
how
not-
often?
My armor class is 16.
Okay, but if you were to have a shield, it'd be 18, and you'd be
Huh.
like unhittable at this level.
Yeah, but I don't get shit on my starting equipment, so.
Okay, but
Yes.
you can buy one. You can buy a basic wooden shield for like zero gold.
My dinner is ash. I guess I'm having a takeaway.
Oh no.
God damn it.
What were you trying to cook?
Apparently I was cremating chicken.
Oh god.
You
How
cremate-
do you not smell it?
I don't. I'm 3 floors up, dude.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Fuck! I need to put a jumper on as well. It's fucking freezing.
Did I send? I got a pretty good face claim for a round token.
See, let's toggle advantage. I always have to set these character sheet to toggle advantage. So
Yeah.
There we go. That looks better.
Oh, neat. There's an option in here for if you're going to multi-class.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Where is that toggle advantage?
Halfling luck. Let's see. Yeah, it's halfling luck. Better put up there.
What?
So for all nat ones, I can reroll. Yeah. that seems kind of bullshit, to be honest.
No, you.
Halfling luck when you roll a 1 and a d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll and use a new dice as the new roll.
Yep.
Seems pretty bullshit.
It's good.
Watch me roll all the nat ones, it's just like, ah ha ha!
Twice in a row.
Oh god, I'll be so. I mean, technically. No, never mind. It says a new dice, so yeah, no, never mind.
Hey,
Let's see, now look for a token.
when I pick,
I'm
like, a
back.
musical-
My sister's going to the chippy for me. She's a fucking hero.
When I pick a musical instrument, do I pick like just like percussion and then string, or I just
Not specific instrument. They're all listed in the PHP under equipment. Don't worry about it just now.
I can't access the PHP.
It's fine.
I don't know what's happening.
But don't worry about it. Don't stress. Don't stress, Crowy.
Looking for a token.
And stop looking for a token as well. Eyes
I
back
have
on the
a-
screen.
I have images that I can use as a token, guys.
I can make tokens out of stuff if people need them.
Okay. Oh.
Well, in that case,
I'm just looking for a halfling ranger.
Can we do this bit and put the token searching on hold?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so from what I gather, the easiest way to have everyone sort of be together would be, together on a caravan for whatever reason. Whether it's just traveling, trading, guarding. You guys all have plenty of cause to be with one of these long trains, or short trains rather. So you each find yourself, for whatever reason, following a short 3-wagon caravan. It consists of 2 wagons that are full of goods and 1 wagon that's full of people. There's 2 families that are following this trade route and are following after a trade caravan for the safety and numbers factor. There are no other mercenaries. You're considered to be capable enough to guard on the high road, on the King's Road, safely enough. So it shouldn't be such a big deal. However, in the evening, when you guys stop, after about 3 weeks of travel with this caravan, so you've had plenty of time to get to know the families, get to know each other, had plenty of time to talk. Was there any conflicts between you guys at all? Or was there any things that stand out? Is anyone getting along with each other particularly well?
I mean, I would definitely be in intent Well, I would definitely try and be in deep conversation with the bard about magic lore and sort of magic theory, because he's the only other arcanist.
I would-
Great. The nerds are talking.
Doing, like maybe exchanging language notes on some of the the celestial and the what's it called, the one that I had the Bissell, and just learning some lore and what he could teach me about if anything he knows.
Well, I know Infernal, so we could be discussing the differences between between Abyssal and Infernal.
I would what's the word? I would be going around the caravan, making sure everyone's okay. Like make sure nothing's wrong. Like everything's all right.
Everything actually seems to be okay, but sort of in the distance you hear the rolling of thunder and sort of the pitter patter of rain as a rain cloud is heading towards you guys. So the drivers all sort of pull the wagons in and put them into a little circle just outside the road, and pull a tarp across the top of the 3 wagons to give a bit of a shelter in the centre. And everyone gathers round for an evening's rest and dinner and chatting and whatnot. And out of the 2 families, there is the family head in each family, the father, the mother in each, and one of the families has 2 small children, a small boy and a small girl. And they seem rather entertained and enthralled by the halfling bard and the elven wizard, because you're a wizard, right? You're wearing robes and you sort of look more extravagant
I'm
than the...
fucking wizardy as fuck.
Yeah.
I just roll my eyes. It's like, looks like the 2 nerds are getting along. I kind of just, I'll take a look around and like, just the sky in general, and like, if it looks like this is gonna be a really nasty storm.
It doesn't look as if it's going to be a nasty one. The rain isn't too heavy, and the thunder's distant enough where you don't think you're going to be caught in the centre of an actual thunderstorm itself. It's just going to be, it's going to be a cold and wet one. But over the course of the evening, one of the family heads, the one that's just here with his wife, sort of, has had one too many to drink. He's sort of, tippling a little bit. And he gives you guys a wave off and storms off to go fulfill nature's call. And he wanders out of the gap in the wagons and trails away a few steps, and everyone's sort of chatting low. Who's the most perceptive of the group? Who's the highest passive?
Mine's 14.
I know mine is.
Also 14.
Costa?
I'm trying to find it. So, what's having an issue finding this thing? 9.
So I think you're probably in a conversation, so you're less likely to notice Corbin. But Damien, you notice you sort of your ears prick up as you're hearing the footsteps walk away. And then there's a bit of a shuffle, as if someone stumbled, and then you hear more footsteps than just the one set, and you can hear what sounds like hushed talking or whispers, as if he's talking to someone out there, like beyond the caravans, like round the corner, somewhere out of view. But everyone that travelled here with the caravan is here in front of you, and he doesn't seem to be panicked at all, just chatting away. And you sort of try and listen in. Something about the conversation draws you in a little bit, and you don't manage to catch any specific words, but there's just this very sudden, very jarring stop to the conversation, and it falls silent.
Do I hear any footsteps?
Nope, there is no movement whatsoever.
This is worrisome. Let's see. It's like a closed door in front of it.
So those 3 wagons. Let me. I don't want to have to draw things right now, but yeah, it's whatever.
I just want to ask, like, is there like a door that I can put my ear to see if I can hear anything?
You can just peer around the corner of the wagons. It's like the three wagons are sort of put top to tail in a triangle formation, and you guys are all in the middle of them with a tarp pulled over the top to try and make like the biggest space possible, rather than people sleeping in the wagons, because the wagons themselves are filled with goods. So you can peer around the corner and have a look out.
I'll do that.
Okay. So you just curiosity gets the better of you, and you sort of shuffle up and away from the group and poke your head out the corner in the direction he went, and you can see his footsteps in the sort of wet muddy ground leading away from the circle of wagons, and you can see the tree where he's clearly stopped at to take a piss There's no one there, and the footsteps just sort of stop.
Well, that's going on. I'm trying to teach the kids how to play liar's dice.
If you're playing a
yeah.
game with them, they're definitely interested, regardless of what the game is.
Yeah.
Whereas the fancy robed man and the storyteller are interesting. Not very interactive.
I extract to the whole camera. Like, I think the guy is gone.
Gone?
Well,
What do you mean gone?
well, I don't see any more footprints, and they just disappear after a point.
I'm gonna look to the person's wife.
You may have slipped.
She is pretty fucking drunk as well. The both of them seem to be quite heavy drinkers.
What race is Damien again?
I'm a halfling.
Oh, okay. So your question is not in question.
Bye-bye.
I was about to say, maybe he slipped and you can't see him.
That could be a reason, but
At this point, as he's interrupted our conversation, just gonna say, which way did he go?
to that tree, then I don't know. He's gone.
I'm already walking.
I start following him, like scurrying along behind him.
I'm moving. As soon as I get to the tree line, I'm gonna slow right down.
It's about sort of 80 feet from where you are over to the tree where breaks into the tree line where he stopped.
So as soon as I get within,
pause a sec. Who's all going and who's all staying?
I'm staying.
Okay.
I'm going.
Corbin's going. All Costa.
With blue.
You staying?
Yeah, staying with the.
The ranger and the wizards.
So, you guys sort of
Okay.
give a wave
okay.
over your shoulder as you step off into the forest to pursue this end. And you step, 20, 30, 40 feet away from the circle of wagons, and eventually you very distinctly notice the sort of crack and snap of the fire behind you gets completely drowned out by the rain. Even though the rain is quite light, you just can't quite hear it over the top of it. You continue on or stop, regardless, sort of looking around you. Looking up, you don't see any stars in the sky. It's completely overcast. The rain's smattering into your face. And then both of you simultaneously, sort of between the two of you where you're stood, hear like a completely unintelligible whispering, like someone calling to you. Like when you're standing having a conversation and someone leans between two people and just says one or two words. It's a very, very similar feeling. And as
is
your
it
heads,
literally unintelligible?
yeah, literally unintelligible. And as the two of you sort of snap your heads and turn and look at each other, the only thing you meet is each other's eyes.
Did you understand that?
No, I couldn't understand a word.
Which direction do you make it out to be?
Hopefully,
I sort of heard it from your. I kind of heard it from you.
I heard it from your direction.
I'll reach up and I'll wipe the rain and stuff from my face.
Hopefully, you didn't go
Maybe
too
we
far
should-
into this forest.
Maybe we should get the others.
Maybe we should.
Um,
Can I start seeing if there's any footprints at all over here, or no?
The only footprints you see are your own and the single track from the guy you were following, which is odd considering, you heard other footprints as if someone else was there.
I'm gonna walk maybe 20 feet away from Damien's character,
Mm-hmm.
This
whose
this
name I've
isn't-
forgotten.
There
it's
is-
a Hauzu.
Ozu, okay. Ozu.
I'll call him Zoo. And keeping him in sight, I'm so he's in my peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like finger whistle over to the camp.
This isn't right.
Are you moving back towards the camp and doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, only like 20 feet, so they can hear me finger whistling.
Okay.
Obviously,
So, as you guys are all sort of, sat around the campfire, but apprehensive after people wandered off, what are we doing?
I wanted to try and usher the kids and their parents to get into the caravan or near the caravan.
Yeah, just into the empty wagon.
Yeah.
What are you
And
saying? How are you doing it? Are you saying, oh, there might be danger, or just, bedtime, kids?
Just in case something off is happening. I just explained to the parents so that they can explain to their kids.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and help the drunk woman
Okay, so you
load
sort of,
up as well,
yeah.
since she's like,
you literally need to
Oh.
like manhandle her into it.
if you want, I can make a strength check.
No, you're good. You're a big guy. So you get everyone into the wagon, and as you do, you sort of finish loading everybody up, and you hear a bit of a shrill whistle coming from off in the direction where your two companions wandered off.
The hell was that? I'm gonna squint in the distance and start making my way over to where my weapons are stashed.
Okay, you can grab your weapons. Probably not far.
Yeah. Just unwrap the little cloth thing I use to cover the blade of my glaive.
Yep.
Try to just use my dark vision to stare into the distance and see if I can spot anything.
So you lean out from the caravan and have a look, and you don't see anything. You sort of see over to where, the direction they wandered off, and you can see the edge of the forest off about 80 feet from you. There's no one there.
I'm gonna look over to Ko, just like, Ko, watch my back for a sec.
Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna be guarding his behind, so to speak.
So I'm gonna try and take point to go a little bit further towards the tree line.
Okay, just move off in the direction your friends moved. Is
Yeah.
Cole following after, or are you staying back, covering his back?
I'm staying back, covering his back, like keeping an eyesight on him.
But staying in amongst the wagons?
Yes.
Cool. So you keep eyesight on him and you watch him sort of, wander off a little ways. How kind of far are we going, Crozza? Like, what's the
I'm
plan
gonna
here?
go up to the tree line and see if I can.
So you're going to go the
spot
whole
any-
way to the tree line?
Yeah.
After about... You can make out the tree line through the rain, but see after about sort of 40, 50 feet or so away from the caravan, the rain like really starts to obscure your vision of the details, so it's really hard to keep eyesight on him, Costa.
Okay.
And I don't think I realize that as I just keep making my way forward.
Okay. You keep...
All right. I mean,
It's just like, I'm assuming the rain is also like loud at this point.
Yeah, it's battering down all around you, sort of splashing in the ground. Actually, it's loud to the point where for you it's like completely drowned out the noise of the campfire and the talking, the quiet talking that's coming from the wagons.
But yeah, I'm gonna advance towards the tree line. Stop where the tree lines start. Just try to.
I'm gonna cast. Can I cast as well?
Yeah, you can do what you want.
I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat. So.
On yourself? Okay.
And I will begin to follow him, and fully confident in the fact that should there be danger in the caravan, I can sprint.
You can get back. Okay. So you're trying to keep him in vision at all times, yeah? Costa, roll me a dexterity save. Nice. So as you're sort of following after him, you feel your foot get caught on something, maybe a root, maybe just a big tuft of grass, and you sort of stumble a little bit. But you keep your head forward and your eyes straight, and you continue on. And Kroza, you reach the tree line where the man's, like, it's very clear and very easy to follow this guy's footsteps. It's pretty mucky, pretty wet, pretty deep. You see where it just stops at the tree, and you can sort of see like 1 or 2 footsteps to the side. Looks like he's been shuffling about, obviously taking a piss. But other than that, they just completely stop at the tree. And after about 20 seconds or so, Costa's character comes up behind you.
I'm gonna try and cup my hand over my mouth and just sort of like call out, "Hey, anyone there?"
You call out to your comrades?
Just anyone.
Just out in
At
general?
that point.
One
Just
sec.
trying to call out over the rain.
Corbin and Damien.
Yep.
Pretty much, maybe like a minute or so, 20 seconds maybe, after your whistle, you actually hear someone calling out, "Hey, is anyone there?" And you turn around and you see in the direction of the trees, you actually see Ko and Kroza's character both stood at the tree where you guys were heading. They've somehow passed you by.
Wait. What? What?
Have we seen anything?
Yeah, so as you turn round and face back towards the caravans and give a call, you see the 2 of them stood. One of them's the ranger's just a little bit back from you guys, and then the wizard's like a lot further back, like between the caravans and the ranger.
What the?
How you were in the how?
Where did you 2 come from?
We've been here the whole time.
You went off into the woods. Someone whistled, and I came out to see what was going on.
That was the wizard.
I walked back. I whistled.
You walk back
Did
towards the
you-
caravans? Oh, towards the group.
No, I go back towards the ranger.
Okay.
Wait, what happened was you
Go. You saw them go, right? I'm not the only one.
You alerted us to the fact that the wagon driver was gone.
Yes, and then we went to check it out, and we his tractor just gone. We can't find it.
Oh, okay. So what? You guys disappeared. Wait, you disappeared. Then what happened?
We disappeared. We've been here the whole time.
I'm gonna look down at the ground and see if I can see like footprints.
You've been
Like, if
where
they-
the whole time? I was confused.
We've been here, right here.
As you look down at the ground and start looking for footprints in this little bit of confusion, instead of seeing just a single track of footprints leading up to the tree, you see like a muddle of many, many, many footprints. It looks as if there's been a gathering here, as if some people have been dancing around on the spot, and a pretty large wide area around the tree. It's just like, hundreds of little divots in the ground where someone's been prancing around. And there's a reddish sheen, a crimson sheen to the wet muck, just all over in spots, all over where
Can I
you stood.
try and touch it, like bring it up to my face and see if I can recognize it as?
Yeah, you sort of, get some of the muck on your fingers and bring it up, and you can smell the coppery smell of blood laced in amongst the muck.
Ko, look down.
As everyone's attention is brought down, you all see the same scene. Like where you've stood, where it was just that single track of footsteps leading away, it was just an absolute bloodbath.
This wasn't here before.
It looks as if someone's been dragged around and thrown around and smashed into the ground in spots all over the place here.
I fear it was here already. The whole
What?
time.
What is it?
That is an exceptional question.
What are we getting ourselves into?
I just like stare for a minute, and then my eyes kind of go away. The caravan. I'm gonna try and rush back there.
The instant you sort of say, you know, the caravan and bring people's attention to it, there's an ear-piercing, blood-curdling scream of absolute terror that splits the night coming from back in the direction of the caravans. Sounded like a woman or a kid, like, absolutely yelling.
But get
I'm
towards there.
bolted.
I got 60 feet of movement speed.
Like, just booking it.
Wow, 60 feet.
Wow.
Just retreat. Unless you dash a bonus action,
What's that?
right? No, I thought so. Is everyone just sort of booking it back towards the caravans then?
Yeah.
I need everybody to roll me dex saves.
Double running.
Dex saves.
Yep.
Safe.
Ooh, fuck.
So, Damien, I'll get you guys' character names later. So, Damien Costa, you guys sort of run, and you hear two wet thuds behind you, as you guys sort of get ahead of the party. And Corbin, and Croza, your feet get sort of caught up on something, maybe a root, maybe a large tuft of grass, and it just makes you fall flat to your face, and you slam into the ground pretty hard. You know, the muck's soft, but it gives you a bit of a daze, and then suddenly the ground just feels as if it gets torn away from you, and you guys are pulled and zipped at an extreme speed, dragged through the muck with your face just bouncing off the ground, hitting stones and tearing your clothes, and disappear into the forest.
Swing at this thing with my glaive, just because out of sheer panic.
Yeah, out of panic. Roll an attack.
Oh,
Nope. You managed to drop your glaive in the process and just wildly swinging it.
do I see this happening?
Oh wait, I moved the wrong person. There we go. Yeah, you hear it happening. You know that wet sort of thud and and you turn round and you just see them getting woof, as if like there's nothing attached to them, nothing pulling them, nothing dragging them. They just get whisked away.
Which direction are they going?
Straight towards the tree line, and like if I had to give it a speed, I'd say like 250 feet per round. They get at like they're gone before
So
you
I
can
can't-
even really react. They just get whisked out of sight.
Well, after them or to the caravan.
And then, this is my brother. I mean, I'm gonna have to turn around. And, what? What? Yeah, you have to turn around. You know,
My character is physically like beside himself. He's to protect the people or to protect these people. Like there's two separate groups of people needing his help.
We have to stay together.
I guess he'll chase after the people he just saw dragged away from him.
Okay. You guys start chasing after them. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
So the two of you get dragged in the same direction, you know, parallel to each other for a little bit. But as soon as you break into the tree line, there's this moment where, you know, the both of you manage to dig your face out the dirt and catch each other's eyes, and then you're pulled apart in two separate directions and completely separated. Croza,
Yeah.
you are dragged away for what feels like 4 or 5 minutes. You know, you're just sort of bouncing and smashing off of trees, and rocks are hitting you and grinding up your side. And eventually it just sort of stops. And the tension on your leg releases, and there's this horrible throbbing, burning pain on your right ankle where whatever it was had attached itself to you. You've dropped your glaive. You've probably, you know, busted a couple of your pouches and dropped some other shit in the ground if you had anything else on you.
Yeah.
You roll over onto your back and you're looking up into the canopy of the trees, which is just blackness with, you know, bits of water dripping through it, and it sort of dazzles your sight. But there's this moment where something black just sort of flits across your vision, and you hear a sort of maniacal, childlike laughter just echoing in the space around you.
I'm gonna look at my ankle and see how bad it is. Like if I can stand.
You can stand, but inspecting your ankle, there is a black circle that looks like a horrible burn mark, you know, when something becomes completely charred in a ring around your right ankle. Yeah, none of the bones are broken, and you feel you could probably stand, yeah.
I'm gonna try and stand up.
You stand up perfectly fine, but you are
Just
fairly disorientated at this point in time from being bounced
Just-
around.
looking around, I'm gonna just call out like, "Who are you? Why are you doing this?"
The only reply you get is a childlike laughter that sort of echoes all around you and then seems to coalesce rapidly as if, you know, as if people's moving speakers from all around you and gathering them all right behind your head, and then you just feel a very cold breath on the back of your neck and a searing white hot pain in the top of your shoulder. And you know you have that fighter's instinct where you know when you've been hurt, and you can feel the blood just starting to soak the front and back of your jerkin, and you know you reach up instinctively to grab at the wound and find your hand pass through something like chilled and freezing, as if you grab onto a block of ice when you grab onto your neck, and it comes away just completely drenched in blood, and you find yourself woozy already.
I'm gonna try and just like take a wild swing with my hand, just like, "Get away from me!"
You take a wild swing at the air, and the only thing you manage to do is trip yourself up as your vision goes black and you just start seeing stars and spinning, and you fall to unconsciousness.
The last thing I say before I pass is, "Go. Help."
Corbin,
Mm-hmm.
as you are parted from Croza and dragged in the opposite direction, you're dragged for a little bit of time, and as you're being dragged, it slows down and stops being sort of smooth and becomes jerky, as if someone's holding onto a rope on one end and just, you know, giving you a tug every now and again towards them. You feel yourself through the ground and through the leaves and over roots and over rocks, and you get really banged up, and your robes get torn up and soaked and drenched all the way through, and you can see whatever it is attached onto your ankle seems to be made of just pure blackness or shadow, and up ahead of you where you're getting dragged, it sort of curves around a tree a little bit and out of sight, and it seems as if you're being dragged around that tree.
That same tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you acting?
I mean, oh wow. Okay.
Bearing in mind you wouldn't be able to have your focus in your hand at this point, not after being dragged like that.
I mean, I would have had it stowed. So I mean, it'd be
That's
on
what the
my
deck
person,
save
I
was
just
for.
wouldn't- Oh shit. But I didn't have it in my hand.
Don't worry
so
about it.
it's just thrown away.
Yeah, it could probably get torn off your back at some point being dragged.
Right. Well, I mean, shit. What have I got? Verbal semantic. Okay. I can. I'm gonna try and aim a firebolt just high of my ankle, I guess.
To shoot the whatever it is attached to you.
Yeah.
Make an attack
To
roll.
shoot at whatever the fuck. Oh my god.
Nope. You sadly miss, and sort of in the panicky jerking, you manage to hit yourself in the shin. It's just like grazing below, but you give yourself a bit of a nasty burn. And there's this moment where just, you know, the tug speeds up, and you hear a low sort of rumbling, growling laughter. This just inevitable fear starts to set in, and your chest goes cold and tight.
I'm gonna start like panic blasting. Just firebolt.
Okay.
I'll give you what, 3?
Yeah, give me one more.
Oof.
Okay. The second one makes contact with whatever it is that's holding you, and you see it breaks ever so slightly. It completely separates, but not very like far apart, and then like stitches itself back together. And again, that laughter. And as you're pulled and your body sort of scrapes and, you know, is dragged past the tree, you do whatever, you know, you claw at the tree, claw at the ground, but as you come around the corner of this large wide trunk tree, you see stood above you a disgusting monstrosity, a beast that has one gigantic right arm and just a space where its left arm should be in this black tendril that sort of comes out of it and goes down and wraps around your ankle, and it's pulling it with his other gigantic arm, and its face is twisted and contorted and covered in pustules that are leaking pus everywhere, and its grin, its jaw is like dislocated, not quite lined up, and you can see its chest just sort of jittering every now and again with this horrific laughter. And as it releases the cord that it's been using to drag you and swings one giant fist down on top of your form, you feel every rib in your chest just break and cave, and you feel your heart, you actually feel the moment your heart gets crushed and stops working, and your vision goes black.
Reroll.
You can come listening to the other one. That's you done.
Am I dead?
Corbin and Crozer, can you mute yourselves? So, Damien and Co, as you sort of make that decision and turn and start running towards the trees, you start hearing a panic shouting of, "No, who are you? Get away from me!" in Crozer's voice. Like, you hear that, Co, you hear that voice ringing out into the night. Before you hear a horrible, like, choked gargling sound. It sounds like someone, like, choking on a barrel of oil. And then silence somewhere in the trees.
Oh God. I guess we just keep running.
I send a message out to him.
You cast a message in the direction you heard the sound, but you don't find him.
I keep running in the direction I heard the noise.
So, you just running in as well, Co?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you guys sticking right with each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys sort of break through the trees, the canopy shields you from most of the rain, but sort of as you start taking steps, more than taking steps, taking large leaps and strides into the trees, you know, panic-stricken. I don't think there's any way you can be calm at this point, running into the trees, trying to save the person that you grew up with. A fog you start to notice a fog or a mist that's like clinging to the ground and raises higher and higher as you go further and further into the trees. And as you get in there, the canopy breaks and the mist breaks, and you both find yourself in this small circle, you know, like a little sort of fairy ring of mushrooms. And lay in the centre of it is the broken and half devoured body of Crozer. His neck and shoulder, they look as if they've been bitten or chewed away, and like his guts ripped open and his intestines are just lay out, getting smattered with rain, and the sort of blood and gore is just completely covers this area.
Just him?
Just him.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm in shock right now.
I start respecting the body.
So as Co's just sort of frozen in shock, your Damien, your instincts kick in, and you kneel down. You start inspecting the body. Definitely no signs of life. He's gone. You can see the flesh hasn't been cut. It's not been done by a blade. It's been like actually torn apart. It looks chewed apart by animals, and the smell is awful. It's not just the smell of, you know, someone that's been opened up. It's the smell of rotten decay. As if something necrotic has started seeping into him.
This doesn't make any sense.
Can I mean, I can't even cure light wounds, can I?
No, he's dead. I mean, you can certainly try.
This doesn't make any sense. It looks like he's been here for a while. He just barely got taken away. Something is wrong here. Something is very wrong.
Wait,
There's something
what
wrong.
do I see on him? What's on him?
What do you mean, like items wise?
Yeah.
Just the clothes he was wearing, or his armor, or whatever it is, but it's all torn and shredded to bits. He dropped his weapon when he got pulled away, and it looks like any belt pouches he's had on have been sort of caught and snagged on trees and torn away at some point as well.
I grab his weapon.
His weapon's like way back out in the field.
Oh.
Something is very wrong here.
What?
Can't
I'm in
figure
shock.
this.
I'm in shock. I look at him and I say, "Where do we? What do we move?"
There's
Do we go back
something
to the
in this
cavern?
forest.
We have to leave now.
There's something in this forest.
We have to leave now. And
What are you doing about? I don't think this is.
that's all we heard, though. That's it.
Yep.
Something feels wrong. Something doesn't make sense.
As you guys take just this moment to contemplate, you start to hear screaming and shrieking, not like a child, like, or a woman screaming and shrieking, sorry, more like a desperate, battle cry, as it were. And you start to see orange flashes somewhere fairly nearby, just out in the mist, like over and over and over again, until they just stop. And then you hear a no, 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 and then just a second wet thud, as if a boulder has been dropped on someone. You hear the crunching and tearing of bones and flesh somewhere out there.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna.
Wait, you said he was in the mushroom ring?
Yeah, in the center of a fairy ring. Just it's a thing. Just like in a little clearing. Well, there's no trees growing.
This feels very.
Can I use history? Does this tell me anything?
Does what? Sorry.
But does any of my research knowledge tell me about anything like being Fae-ish?
There are a lot of Fae that prey on, say, human fear, prey on human flesh, or I say human, mortal flesh. If you're sort of thinking down the Fae route to try and figure out what's going on here, there is 1,000,001 things this could possibly be.
We have to go back to the caravan. I mean, this is my brother's in pieces.
If
We have to leave.
there's nothing safe here. If we heard scream for the caravan too, there is nothing safe here. Even when we go out to caravan, we're not safe.
We can't.
If we already heard screams for the caravan, there's nowhere safe here. This area right now, it's under some kind of haunting or whatever.
This is our last stand, is what you're saying. Oh, no.
We need to find what did this. If it's a trick, we will kill whatever did this. If it's not, well, we still have to do it or else we die.
This is no trick. Look at my brother. Look at him. I just got the gnome again.
So Ko, as you as you just like uncontrollably start breaking down in tears, you find yourself unable to stand. The sorrow itself drags you to your knees, and you hold your head in your hands and hide your face and try and hide away from the world. And as sort of, darkness takes you, you find a comfort in that darkness, a warm, caressing, soothing comfort in the darkness, as sleep just slowly starts to creep up and overtake the back of your mind, and you fall to unconsciousness.
Oh no.
You just watch Damien as he breaks down. Like, you see he just has a mental or nervous breakdown. His emotions are shot, and he just falls to the ground.
I checked for signs of life.
He is cold, and his heart is still.
This forest. It amplifies negative feelings? No, that can't be right. It's... I'm the I pick him up and start dragging him back to the caravan.
You just grab Cole and start dragging him back.
Yeah.
So as you grab Cole and you start dragging him, you drag him out of this little area and into the bank of fog that is now turned into a white, absolute wall of mist. Being a ranger, you can keep yourself orientated, keep an eye on which direction's which, and you sort of head back where you came from. But it seems like you drag Cole for 10-15 minutes and never break out of the forest, and you find yourself completely and utterly lost.
This is magical. This forest is magical.
A purring, pleasant, and sort of, if I had to give it a texture, a chocolatey voice starts talking out of the ether at you. Ah, the one little survivor. I suppose one had to make it out alive. I present to you a gift. And you feel a burning, horrific sensation on your abdomen, as if someone's taken a hot brand and just jabbed it into your gut. And the pain is sort of searing and blinding, and your mind spins. I want you to roll a wisdom save. You may, if you choose, reject this gift.
I know this forest is magical. I know it's evil. But I feel like I don't have a choice. I feel like if either accept this or die at whatever killed everything else. I guess I'll try to accept it.
Okay, you don't sort of fight this. You just give in to it. And that burning, blinding hot pain gives way to a more warm, pleasant feeling. Like eating, you know, a nice spicy curry. And your eyes begin to flick closed. And you feel the warmth and comfort of a warm hearth and a cozy chair as you sort of lean back into the nothingness and fall into the abyss. Crozat and Corbin, you may unmute your mics. So you all, each of you, sort of feel this jarring, prodding sensation, this sort of rickety rumbling. And like, it takes a second, and then you all start to recognize the sound as the sounds of wagon wheels on a rough road, and you're being bounced around in the back of a cart or a wagon, and this horrid putrid smell all around you. And you hear two voices conversing somewhere out there in the blackness. Even opening your eyes, you can't seem to see anything, and when you open your mouth to make any sort of sounds, it's just filled with this putrid smelling, foul tasting gunk. And any attempts to move just provoke a response from the two conversing voices. You hear one go, "Oh, one of them's alive. Well, that's fortunate." And then you hear a second voice say, "Don't worry now, don't worry, we'll take care of you. Just sleep. Go back to sleep." And you find yourself drifting off once again. And everyone is unconscious but alive. And so concludes the session 0.
Oh,
Holy shit.
holy shit!
I'm so scared. Why did we ever freaking leave each other?
Oh my god!
I'm glad you didn't hear the last words I ever said.
Oh.
The last words I said was go help.
So,
Corbin, what were you firing balls at?
that's that all finished. We'll get to that in character next time. Next week, Wednesday, 5 PM GMT.
Oh my! I wonder what the gift I accepted was. Oh god!
You kept your
I
head the
was-
longest. The strong are given gifts. What was that about tomorrow?
You sure we can't do this tomorrow?
I'm positive. I'm spreading out my D&D over the course of a week so I don't fucking murder myself again.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
That was insane.
I thought
Can't
that
have
was
fun.
a
I'm dead.
roller coaster.
I've never been like so like. Oh!
I thought it was like, well, time to roll up a new character.
I was
Yeah.
like, what was that? I was like, okay. It's like I knew something magical, but I'm like, what is happening?
We all
I-
died. That's what's
I
happening.
figured I figured we couldn't be dead, because it seemed very much I mean, sort of a bit meta here, but it sort of felt like you know the first boss battle in a lot of RPG games. It's a programmed loss, that kind of thing. It's kind of how it felt.
I'm so curious on what happened if I resisted. Oh god.
Fortune favors the brave.
Ugh.
Fortune and the darkness.
Oh god. Oh, this was insane. I was like, no, Rosen has scared me with like some of his characters, like just genuinely quickly out. But this time I was just like so confused and lost. I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
I can't make my team party now. I'll need to put
Like-
your date at some point.
This definitely set the tone for how we should operate as a group. in the future.
I mean, I have said from like immediately, running away is always an option.
Yeah. I was about to run. That was my next thing after I shut out my last year.
I mean, I started running, and then I failed a saving throw.
Ugh, yeah.
Crawl,
I
do we
wanted
know
to
if
just
we get all
play-
our shit?
I just wanted to play true to character, so
You
I tried to attack it twice.
That's perfectly okay. You don't. At the moment where we're leaving it, you don't have enough sort of movement. You didn't have enough space to, fuel yourself up and see if you had your shit on you.
Yeah. I feel like at the point where I heard the laughter, I was already done for.
Yeah, I mean, I figured I was gonna die when I got
Dragged off.
dragged off and then confronted with a pustuled Cyclops Dahaka.
Oh, what?
Dahaka.
Okay, Craw, am I allowed to say what happened to me?
You guys can do what you like, yeah.
I didn't see anything that attacked me. It
And
was
not-
there was empty air, and then I was just covered in blood.
Oh.
I'm-
Oh no, I got dragged off. I tried to firebolt it, and then I got sort of pulled in front of it, and then it laughed at me, and it had one. Hang on. Oh wait, no.
I was the only one that did not. I was the last one to come to the forest. Oh god.
I enjoy the shit out
What
of that.
happened to the first guy?
I hate horror. I hate being on the receiving end of horror, but holy shit, I love trying to spook people. So good.
It worked.
Wait, nobody's played or read into this, right?
No.
No, I've never played Curse of Strahd before.
I've never played either.
I know Lost Mines backwards, but
You never like you don't read into it, right?
no, don't. It'll
Yeah,
just
this
ruin
is
it.
exciting, man. If we're all like virgins, this is gonna be crazy.
I mean, I haven't been a virgin for years.
But you know what I mean, man.
So who is taking part in this to learn to DM this?
That was
Me.
Cosmo.
I hope you took some good notes because that was pretty masterful.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel
Separating
warm and fuzzy inside, dude.
Separating us into different chat rooms was
That was
Really
amazing.
Mhm.
And just seeing the roles, like, what's happening?
just
I
way
do
to
like
ramp
when
up the
like-
terror.
I do like when things that happen or that things that are supposed to happen separately.
Yeah, that was
then,
really good.
Like when I heard you guys being told about seeing the flashes of orange, which was me casting Firebolt, and then the sickening thud. That was great.
You guys heard everything that happened to me, so you guys know what happened to me.